All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1066, Ward case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Ward, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
All right, now, let me just kind of cut to the chase of the thing. I was engaged to the mama of his child, and we were just having a good time, and he was really getting ready to have a wedding, and the reception at Genghis Grill and everything was all set up. But unfortunately, she had fallen ill. COVID had got her, and then all of a sudden one day, she's just gone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to take little Malaysia into my arms and try to explain things. I call her my little bit because, we just kicked it off right away. I'm talking about.
Brace yourself for a courtroom battle packed with raw emotion. This isn't just a legal fight. It's a story of love, devotion, and what truly defines family. Meet Mr. Ward, a dedicated stepfather who has been a constant presence in young Ko, Malaysia's life, raising her as his own after her mother's passing. But now, her biological father has stepped forward, determined to reclaim his parental rights. As tensions rise and tough questions are asked, the judge must make a life-altering decision, one that will shape Malaysia's future and test the very meaning of fatherhood.
Pretty much on the first date that I went on with them, because she brought her with her on our first date, which makes a lot of sense. And we just have been.
And Malaysia is the child?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is Malaysia?
She's 7.
Okay.
And, she's one of those smart little girls where you can't really get a whole lot past her. She's going to call you on your stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I appreciated about her. That's why we clicked so well, because her mama was the same way.
Sounds like a good kid.
Well, yeah, she's wonderful. I mean, she's on point with all of her schoolwork. She loves doing her homework. Our thing is to watch some Schoolhouse Rock on YouTube to let her know how the old school did it and everything. And so we, our favorite hangout is the Sesame Place. She loves to go there. She saw one episode of Lego Masters, and I took her to the Lego place out there and the shops in Willow Bend and everything. So it's like, that's been my road dog. That's been my everything and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like the two of you have a great relationship.
Oh, seriously. I mean, I just love having her, like my own child. And I feel like that she is actually my own child. I know that she only likes broccoli with ketchup, and she likes fish sticks with ketchup, and she likes corn with ketchup. I don't know what this thing is about ketchup.
Me either. I don't like ketchup like that.
I don't either.
Mr. Ward takes the stand. His voice wavers with emotion, revealing the deep bond he shares with Malaysia. He doesn't just tell his story, he paints it. Sleepless nights spent wiping away her tears, the joy of watching her grow, and the everyday moments that make a father's love undeniable. School drop-offs, late-night homework sessions, cooking her favorite meals. He's been there through it all. But woven into his words is a painful frustration. He accuses the biological father of being absent, only appearing when it suits him. Every sentence carries the weight of a man fighting not just for custody, but for the daughter he's loved as his own.
But I know how she likes that. I know that she's got to have that mood light on when she goes to sleep. I know that if I don't put those downy beads in with her blanket, that she's not going to sleep. So I do everything. I mean, I talk to the teachers. I got her on the after school program. I mean, everything that I could possibly want to do for a child, I do for her.
Okay.
And so my thing is that, I'm doing all the things that a dad would do for his daughter. And little bit in me, it's like, hey, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and say that she's mine. Because, up until the time that she and I and her mother were together, that's just the way it was. When it was with her, I was with them. So it's like.
The biological father stands his ground, pushing back against Mr. Ward's accusations with quiet confidence. He admits his demanding job has kept him away at times, but insists that financial security is just as crucial as physical presence. He shares his own treasured moments with Malaysia, cheering at her piano recitals, coaching her through karate, lessons, and showing up in ways that, to him, truly matter. But he doesn't stop there. While he acknowledges Mr. Ward's devotion, he offers a different perspective, describing him as an overprotective helicopter dad who struggles to let Malaysia grow on her own. The courtroom shifts as this unexpected claim adds a new layer. To the battle. Two men, both deeply invested, each convinced their version of fatherhood is what Malaysia needs most.
I feel like I take care of her.
Okay.
And since I figure I take care of her, then, then this cat over here, you figure that, that he's got something to say about it. When I've hardly seen him, granted, she's a child's daddy. Every once in a while he'll come around. Every once in a while he'll visit her and all that kind of stuff. But he don't know.
What do you mean by every once in a while?
Oh, but every once in a while, it's like he'll come, he might honk the horn or whatever. He might ask her to come out. She'll come out. And see, and this is the one thing about her. She knows no strangers.
Okay, so you're referring, you called him a cat. I mean, what?
Oh, okay, all right, look.
So this is her dad.
This is her dad, yes.
Okay, so you're saying he's not doing all of the things that you're doing with Little Bit, right?
No, not at all. Really,
and you know that for a fact?
Well, this is how I look at it. If he was like a real man, if he was really taking care of his business, handling the business, then I wouldn't have any room to have proposed to Little Bit's mama. I wouldn't have even a place in her radar. But the fact that I did, to me, kind of says something. I mean, come on, man. It's like,
So let me ask my question again.
Okay.
You know this for a fact that he's not active in her life.
Well, the one thing that I know,
okay,
is that a lot of things that she...
Both men make their final appeals. The judge sits in quiet contemplation, caught between the heart and the law. She commends Mr. Ward for his unwavering dedication, acknowledging the profound role he has played in Malaysia's life. But in the courtroom, love, no matter how deep, doesn't always hold legal weight. By law, biology takes precedence, and, despite his years of devotion, Mr. Ward has no legal claim to custody or support. With the biological father proving his commitment and actively seeking full custody, the judge has no choice but to rule in his favor. The decision lands like a heavy blow, highlighting the painful reality many step-parents face, pouring their hearts into a child's life, only to realize the law may never see them as family.
Needs and that she likes and dislikes, he hardly knows half of that.
Oh.
As far as... come on. It's
sir,
like...
give me 1 second. I'm about to have him wrap it up.
Okay, well, look, all I know is this. When it comes between me and him, she comes to me. When it comes
that you know of.
Yeah, that I see. Every time that he comes, I give them their space, but I'm looking at her body language and she's like, man, when is this going to be over? So it's like...
Yeah, because she ready to come home with her real dad.
No.
Okay, Mr. Ward, give me 1 second. Your story was beautiful. It was very colorful. And that's not to say that you're being untruthful about anything. However, I would like to also hear from Dad, because as you know, there are always two sides to every story, well, really three, and the truth lies somewhere in between them, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So give me a moment, and I'll go over to Dad.
All right.
Now, Dad, it sounds like, your daughter and Mr. Ward have a great relationship, but is it true these allegations he's saying about you not being very active and involved?
None of it, man. I see my child every time I'm off work, and every time I'm off, I go and pick her up, and she stays with me for the whole 4 days. I work 3 days on, 4 days off, and he knows it. And when we talk to her on the phone, she says he's too invasive. He always, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he always in her face and want to know
like
this.
a helicopter dad.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like a microscope. That's how she feels, and she don't like it. And then as far as me and my child's mother splitting up, that was between us. That was years before she even met you, so you can't put that on me.
Well, I can't put a lot on you. Yeah, okay, fine. You can call me helicopter all you want to, but you were not there when her mama died, man. You weren't there to have to console her when she was crying and didn't go to sleep. You weren't there. I was there.
You didn't even tell me. I was at work. You didn't even tell me.
See, that's the thing. You are always at work. You're always at work.
And see, here's the thing. I know there are a lot of emotions going on. I usually don't let people talk back and forth to each other.
I'm so sorry.
But I do understand the underlying issue here. especially with, your fiance passing away. I definitely understand that. I am just trying to get some clarity here because according to the paperwork that you filed, Mr. Ward, there is a court order in place.
Yes.
And it names your fiance as the custodial parent and dad as the non-custodial parent. And you are essentially trying to modify this order.
Well, yeah, because essentially, to me, I became the custodial parent.
Okay.
And
you understand how you feel is not what the law says, right?
I do understand that. But Your Honor, the one thing that I do know is that the custodial duties I have taken on, and I know it's not by emotion, and I'm not even just talking about emotion, I'm talking about my actions. The teachers know me. The teachers call me.
Hold that thought. The teachers know you as well?
Yes, ma'am. Now, granted, he lives closer to the school, so he's up there just a little bit more than me. But anytime they call, I stop what I'm doing and I'm on the way.
Okay. All right. It sounds like he's pretty involved. And tell me some things you and your daughter do together.
Well, I take her to piano. I pay for her piano lessons.
Okay.
Some days when I'm off, I take her. He takes her other days. I pay for her to be in karate class.
Okay.
We go to Six Flags together. We go skating together.
Okay.
I try to teach her how to bowl. We have fun. We go to my mom's house and I drop her off and she enjoys spending time over there mostly.
All right. So she has a good relationship with grandmother. It sounds like this child is just well loved all around with both sides. I mean, is there any chance of the two of you trying to get along to make it work for the best for your daughter?
Her dad, but he keeps saying, "Oh, she needs to be here," and my child's mother is no longer here, so I'm trying to get him to court to get full custody of my child.
Okay.
All the way. So that's how that's gonna end. You're not gonna be around too much longer.
No, man, no, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. No.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to each other like anything anymore. I'm ready to make my ruling. I've heard what the both of you have to say. I understand that dad is pretty involved with the child. He's paying for teaching her how to skate, paying for karate. She has a great relationship with her paternal grandmother. It sounds like dad wants to be a part of the child's life. I also understand, Mr. Ward, your heavy involvement with the child. You have a nickname for her. You all do things together. She loves ketchup. You know all about her nightlife and her sleep routines and everything like that. However, that does not negate the fact of what the law says. The child was not left with you by dad. Her dad is still alive. Sounds like he's very active. Doesn't sound like he, is a deadbeat parent by any means. He is making the expenditures that any parent would do. And he also said he's trying to petition the court at some point to get sole custody of his daughter. So based on that, I have no other choice but to dismiss your claim because you do not have any grounds to be petitioning this court for child support. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, I'm very happy with the verdict.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
What?
The gavel hovers for its final strike. Judge Vunderby pauses to share a sobering reality. Love, consistency, and devotion may shape a child's world, but in the eyes of the law, biology still holds the strongest claim. Despite Mr. Ward's deep bond with Malaysia, his lack of legal standing leaves the court with little room to rule in his favor. She urges step-parents to take legal action early, securing guardianship before emotions turn into courtroom battles. But this case isn't just about one family. It casts a spotlight on the quiet struggles of countless step-parents fighting for recognition in a system that often overlooks them. A decision that carries weight far beyond this courtroom, leaving a lasting imprint on the definition of family.